there when the line is not long, 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 because their food's well worth waiting for. So I think we have a gas giveaway tonight at the dance. How much? $100 worth of free gas, and how do they become eligible for this? Do they have to buy a ticket to get into the dance? One paid admission by 10 o'clock makes you qualify for a drawing of $100 in free gas. They gave away one of those the other evening at the tractor pull. Do you know who won, Diane? But there again, kind of like the KUTT thing, we really did give it away. Yeah, we really are people of our word. When we say we're giving stuff away, we truly, truly do. So anyway, well, I tell you what, Randy's probably sneaking around here somewhere, and he's probably got his finger on the trigger of that siren here any second. So we'll wait for that to go off, and then we'll be getting started. We will have the national anthem this evening. We will be honored by the talents of Brad Paul. And so we will be delighted to start our evening in that way. So the parade has officially begun. I will let you know that a tradition with the picnic was many, many years ago, as this started with one of the lodges that met for their meetings right up to the top of the museum. They used to have this celebration to recruit new members, and one of the traditions was to light the street lights, which were gas lights at that time, and they would water the streets down so the ladies in their long skirts would not get their petticoats dirty, and they would have large tanks of water, and the picnic itself is located just north of the bridge south of town. So things certainly have changed. One of the traditions over the years was that as the gas lights were replaced by our now lovely electric lights, they kept one of those lights, and it was placed down at the grandstand, and to officially start the parade, they would light that every year. And that particular light's on display in the museum, so it's a great story that goes with that fixture that really means nothing otherwise. As we start our picnic parade, we start remembering the gift of freedom with our color guard. I invite you please to rise and show respect to our flag. When the color guard is in front of the announcer stand, we then will pause and Brad will begin with the national anthem. The first color guard this evening is from Diller Legion. Those in the color guard this evening are Ryan Barber, Joe Novotny, Dennis Henneberg, and Howard Behrens. Following is the VFW Post 3113 Honor Guard from Fairbury, Nebraska. We thank these gentlemen for their past service and for being here this evening.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Brad, thank you so very, very much. We would like this evening to thank all of those who have served in our armed services. This evening, the Legion would particularly like to highlight and honor our World War II heroes. This particular entry was prepared by the Legionnaires' families, and this evening we are delighted to honor Kenny Barber, Franklin Damrow, Harold Jones, Harold Bud Lotman, Leroy Barnes, Bill Wrigley, and Howard Perkins. We thank you, gentlemen, and we are honored to have you here this evening with us. Now, I told you all that tonight's theme was Holiday on Parade, right? I didn't tell you there'd be a quiz, but there is. What would be the most popular holiday in the state of Nebraska? You're all stumped. What did they say? Nebraska football. And you are so right. You know Nebraska's favorite holiday is the first day of the Huskers football season. And we are delighted this evening to welcome two of the Nebraska cheerleaders as our grand marshals, Katie Poppert and Jenna Rickstrew. Give them a hand. You'll see them on the sidelines this year at the Husker games, and we are delighted to have them here tonight to serve as the grand marshals for the granddaddy of all holidays in the state of Nebraska, Husker football. Oh, I forgot to let you all know that we are so pleased. Jenna Rickstrew is a graduate of Diller High School. We are so honored that she has been given this noteworthy position with our football team and with our sports teams at UNL. So we are proud of a hometown girl. And speaking of pride in hometown kids, we are pleased to offer now the Diller Odell Griffin Band under the direction of Cindy Limblad, and we will let them share their talents. Griffin's Marching Band and Mrs. Lindblad. We have a lot of young people here who will be busy these next 2 weeks involved in 4-H activities in both the Jefferson County Fair next week and the Gage County Fair the following week. And so we wish all of those participants the best of luck as they participate as 4-Hers or FFA members, and we thank them for coming together this evening to share their talents with us. Thank you, guys. And you know, you can't have a parade without some bright, flashy trucks. And we are pleased to have an excellent group of volunteers who staff our Diller Rural Fire Department and our ambulance services. As all of you know who are from small communities, volunteerism is the heart of what makes our communities live and grow. And I'd like to thank Joe Nelson for his work with our volunteer fire department as he shares our pumper truck this evening. Next, we've got Jeff Hayes going through, and I want to know, like, where's the candy? Oh, yeah, she said you were supposed to buy it, Jeff. Like, yeah, right. Too late now. Dig in your pocket. Surely you have one piece of gum. Throw it out. Make somebody happy. They're going, oh, no. We'd like to welcome Butch Grinnell, who is on our volunteer ambulance and fire department staff, as well as an employee of the village, one responsible for the attractive appearance of our community and our public grounds, so we thank them. Oh, see, now they remembered candy. Yeah. I like candy a lot better than water guns. What about you, Diane? Yeah. I don't know. We gotta watch out when we see that Glen Barron showing up. Everybody just take cover. Oh, and we're welcome to Jason Logan. Oh, thanks, guys, and his family. Good to have you. Good to have you guys. And this evening we are pleased to honor our royalty. We are welcoming this evening our King and Queen, L.D. Banahan and Hope Nippert, who are the royalty for the nutrition site. And I see they've been practicing their wave, so good deal. Thank you. And we're pleased to have Richard Meyer as their escort, a wonderful friend of our community as well. Good evening to all of you. We now have our entry from the Diller Community Club. The Diller Community Club float is being driven by Kelly and Lisa Gould, and we are delighted that their children, Noah and Jared, are waving to the crowd. Representing our village of Diller, they are friends of the community and spend as much time here as they do in their home in Kansas. We're reminded that building for the future is what Diller is all about, so thank you. Our next entry is the State Bank of Odell. All right, Mark. Very curious, is that yours? Mark, did you paint that or do you just know how to drive it? You're amazing. You're amazing at that. And we are so delighted to have our friends from the State Bank of Odell here this evening. They are community and business members. And you know, it looks to me like they all just went on a picnic. I think Jim and Larry just said, you know, let's just go through the parade, eat a little food, wave at some people. The only thing is, they forgot they have to throw the candy out. Nobody throws it back, but that's cool. They are taking the time to thank our veterans for their service, and we appreciate their part of being our community. Now, we have friends from the north. You know, we talked about good food. Well, we are delighted to welcome this evening the Prague Czech Queen, Amanda Kelch. Amanda, we welcome you this evening, and we want to encourage everyone to take part in the annual Czech celebration, Wilbur Czech Days, which is traditionally in August, usually about the first week in August. If you guys like good food, good music, and a lot of fun, then keep in mind Czech Days of Wilbur. Our next beautiful holiday entry is from St. Paul's Lutheran Church of Diller. And we're delighted to have Brian Weirs and Jolie Weirs share that Jesus is the true gift of Christmas. What a beautiful message. Thank you, Brian, for sharing that with us this evening. Again, remember, this evening's theme is Holidays on Parade, so keep that in mind as we go through. Fairbury Livestock is our next entry. They want to thank everybody for their patronage of business in Fairbury. Now, Larry and his crew are busy serving your livestock auction needs. 1990, that's been longer ago than I want to admit. I hate to admit that I remember many things before 1990. Larry wants you to know that they have cattle sale every Tuesday and then a horse sale every third Saturday. So Larry and Deb Junker want to thank you again for your business, and we want to thank you for being part of this evening's Diller Picnic Parade. Oh, and they bought candy. Now, we talked about holidays, and I warned you all that we're going to celebrate the major holidays and some of those obscure holidays. Well, one of the ones you just may not know a lot about, but certainly will want to begin to celebrate is our Talk Like a Pirate Day. We have Lana Hemphill and Sherry Hendricks offering or sharing the float from the Fundraisers Club. We have a summer reading program in Diller Odell every year, and we've got about 18 little pirates there, and they are all ready to do our cheer with me, right? All right, let's do it. Ready? I'm a pirate that I be. I like to read books when I sail the high sea. I read in the rain, I read in the sun. I like to read books. Our reading is fun. Now, apparently the kids in the front like to read so well they forgot to eat. Because we got a few that just kind of are skin and bones. Thanks, guys. We had fun. So, mark your calendars, September the 19th. Talk Like a Pirate Day. You may want to warn your employers, though. You talk that day and go, "Arr," and they may just think you're out the door. Oh my gosh, and now we've got our Daisy Troop from Diller Odell, Troop 167. This is a new group that was formed within the last year. We are so delighted to have the girls be a part of our parade. The girls are in kindergarten and first grade, and they meet the first month during the school year. Their members are Ashton Humphreys, Marina Costello, Sierra McGinnis, Emily Swanson, Lauren Twerning, Nikki Vitta, and Neely Weirs. And they and their sponsors are delighted to share a smile with you this evening. Now, we told you there would be a float that would share every holiday with you. Diode Communications is sharing the Diode Express. We have Valentine's Day, we have Christmas, we have Thanksgiving, we have St. Patty's Day, and we have Halloween. You'll go peanuts for our services through every season. We are reminded by Diode Communications. Now another group within our community is the Diller Development Team, a group of volunteers who come together to carry out service projects within the community. Our group has chosen to do April Fools for you today and remind you to stop fooling around but to volunteer for your community. Alan and Stacy Rolfs are pulling the flow through, and we want to thank both Nicholas and Mahala Engelman for helping us mix up the holidays for April Fools. Take some time and scope it out. We were as creative as we could be mixing up the holidays. Next, we have a fancy coupe. It is the corn car. All right, now we're asking, is this thing running on corn? Let's see what the sign says. We have Farmers Co-op Corn Marketing Station. We get rain, the price goes up. It's dry, the price goes up. It snows, the price goes up. It's an empty bin, the price goes up. It has a corn price detector on the back. Oh my word. I want you all to know you should be so jealous. I just received an autographed picture from Mr. Corn and my own corn from the Jolly Green Giant. Don't you all just hate me? Oh, it's great. Thank you for the Farmers Co-op. Next, we're reminded that the Plymouth Flower and Quilt Show is coming up Saturday, July the 26th. They want you to join them from 10 to 4 in the community building. If you want to show a quilt, you should have it to the community building the night before by 8 o'clock. And your flowers need to be there by 9:30. Now we have some great friends who join us every year, the Shriners. We are delighted to have Lieutenant Robert Black with us this evening in a really cool coupe car. Many of us enjoyed their flea market in Fairbury yesterday. Next we have Gary Carter in his 63 Fairlane, part of the Cruise Classic. And no, this is not somebody lost looking for the salty dog in Steel City. It is the Shriners Motorcycle Corps. The Harleys ride a big Harley Davidson. They're organized in 1971. These gentlemen compete in Central States and assist to participate in the Nebraska Land Days in North Platte, as well as an escort to dignitaries. So again, they're not lost. They are not looking for parking in front of the end zone or parking so they can have a hamburger later. They are part of our guests of the Shriners. I spoke earlier about the fact that next week is the Jefferson County Fair. Many of you will have the opportunity to be part of events or to enjoy looking at the exhibits and participating in the events. The fair is July the 13th through the 13th. We have this evening a team of Percheron draft horses standing 18 hands and 19 hands tall. They are beautiful. They are 3 years old. And we are delighted to have them here. There will be a pony driving competition and show on July the 10th at 7 at the fair. And so we encourage you to check out the local publicity concerning what events are taking place, not only at the Jefferson County Fair this coming week, but the Gage County Fair the following week. Next, we have John Carmichael, who has brought a Ford 1926 Ford, a Fordson. Now that's a different one. I grew up in the days of Ford tractors, and when I saw that, that's where my mind went automatically. What a great piece of equipment, and how times have changed. Next, we have a horse and carriage that is brought to us by Midwest Products. We are glad to have Bob Holly and his friends come up to be a part of our celebration. They had their celebration several weeks ago and a beautiful firework display just last Saturday evening. So we are welcoming our friends to the south, Hanover, Kansas. Now, we are delighted to welcome this evening another royal member of our parade, Miss Jefferson County of 2007, Miss Whitney Diller. We are delighted to have you here, Whitney. I understand that you will soon be relinquishing your crown to a new title holder, but we are delighted that you were able to join us this evening. And we are delighted that we will have a new crown bearer very soon to share, hopefully, with all of you next year. This entry is from Schultes & Son. It's a 1951 Super C Farmall. It's owned by Richard and Eleanor Krause. Oh, and there's Mitzi again! You know, we like to see the folks, but I really am always happy to see Mitzi. She's been here many a year, and their entry is sponsored by Schultes & Son. The 1966 Mustang is part of the Antique Cars Rolling Wheels. We have this entry brought to us by Dick and Bobby Stevens of Beatrice, Nebraska. Let's sit back and enjoy some music with our friends, the Horseshoe Farmers Band. If you take a minute and look, I think you'll probably recognize several familiar faces. This group of gentlemen come together to share their talents, and if you note on the door, they use proceeds to give out scholarships to area high school graduating seniors. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for sharing your talents this evening. And please note the sponsors which have brought them to our parade this evening. Hey, you guys, remember earlier I was talking to you about the Community Endowment and Foundation? And I told you that the holiday we would be honoring would be St. Patrick's Day, because our community endowment is Diller's Pot of Gold. Now wait a minute. That face looks, oh, so familiar. Do you have a sister named Brianna who was in our parade last year? Is she doing well? She's all right. Is she out and about, or just out of commission? And in a way, we're kind of glad. Okay, well, we are so very glad to have the Diller Endowment represented this evening. Remember that they are sponsoring the performance of the Homestead Harmonizers later this evening, and the children are enjoying the gold coins being tossed out on the parade route by the Community Endowment. Our next entry is those KUTT guys. All right, folks, you lied. I had all these people. We had like a line. Oh, you wouldn't believe the line. They all want to give you their name, but you left. So, you know, you're just going to have to come back and stay like till 8:05. so they can all sign their name. Now don't forget, make sure to get your name signed up so that you can win cash. They are giving away $10,000 from KUTT 99 the Fairbury. Oh, you know what? I had the best time yesterday. I got to tour the Big Indian Archers facility at Big Indian Lake between Wymore and Odell. I tell you what, guys, these fellows and folks, I shouldn't say they're all guys, but these folks have put in a lot of work on our behalf. First of all, the area is beautiful and they maintain it. Secondly, if you like wildlife, like, okay, not the people, I mean the animals, sorry. They've got all these cool targets out there during their shoots from April through September. The first week of every month they have a shoot. You can go out and participate. They provide programs and shoots for scouts. And you can go out and eat at their food stand the first Sunday of every month and enjoy that picnic kind of atmosphere. So be sure you go out and check that out. It doesn't require a park sticker. It's beautiful. Now we are welcoming the Ford Lincoln Mercury dealer from Beatrice, Nebraska, and Orville Clegan has come down to see us this evening. They'll take your call and help you with sales of pickups and cars. They're giving a 5% credit on service and points on Honor Advantage programs, so they want your business. Now it is an election year, you all know, and we are delighted to have here this evening a candidate for Norris Public's board. Susan Barnard is here this evening. She is running for a seat on Norris Public Power's Board of Directors in Subdivision 9, and she would appreciate your vote. And so remember, you saw Susan here, and I tell you what, I would like to compliment Norris Public Power. We have several individuals from the community who sit on the board or employees. I'll tell you what, their Roundup program has benefited communities like Diller, and I'm sure like yours. Please remember to participate in that program by signing a simple form giving permission for them to round your bill up and using those few pennies to support community and worthy projects. Oh, here's another friend. We are so glad to have you here this evening. First, we have a 1938 WCLS Chalmers. It was restored and driven this evening by Harold Bly. And next, we have this 1950 WDLS Chalmers, and it's driven by Harold's grandson, Tanner. Those are so fun. And again, I've told you this story, but I grew up in the era of these tractors being the kind that my family farmed with. I now am married into a family of faithful red tractor users, and so times they have changed and tractors they have changed, but most definitely those machines of the past are well worth keeping and enjoying. The third tractor in our series is a 1945 LSB tractor, and it's driven by Harold's grandson, Tyler, who is being accompanied by Dad Jeff this evening. So, good to have you. And finally, in our parade of orange, we have a 1938 WC Alice Chalmers that was restored most recently in 1994. Thank you again, Harold, for always bringing and sharing your wonderful collection. All right. If you have that special occasion, or you have a reason to just want to pamper yourself, You are invited to visit Hair RX Salon. Brenda Jansen and her friends are here this evening, welcoming us to step on in the door in Beatrice, Nebraska. Brenda is followed by Glenn Jansen in his 1920 Brumley oil pull tractor. Now, I'm not quite sure what an oil pull tractor is. So if you want to know and you're not sure, you may want to look our friend Glenn up later. Speaking of pull tractors, 2 nights ago we had the bush pull here, and we had one of the tractors that ran off of jet fuel. So speaking of how times have changed, that's an amazing evolution of machinery. Speaking of good neighbors and good friends, we are happy this evening to welcome our friends to the east, our friends from the Odell area community in Richmond. They're a group of faithful and dedicated volunteers help sponsor things like the Run for Fun on Memorial Day weekend and the Odell Craft Show that so many women mark their calendar faithfully for as Thanksgiving approaches. So we are delighted to have their entry this evening and welcome to have them, or delighted to have them as neighbors and partners in southeast Nebraska. Good to have you guys. Yeah, we need candy. And now, speaking of fun, let's take some time and enjoy the talents of our friends, the Condor Drill Team from Omaha, Nebraska. awesome job, but you guys deserve a round of applause. You guys are good. Thank you. Here to share this evening the patriotic holidays of our calendar year is Pack 222. Pack 222, the Cub Scout Pack, is open to boys between the grades 1st grade and 5th grade from the Diller and Odell areas. And we see this evening a number of the members, those are faces I recognize, as far as members of the Cub Scout troop and their parents and their sponsors. Thank you to all of you for coming this evening and sharing those patriotic holidays. Let's see and think about it. We've got 4th of July, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, and Labor Day. Did I miss any, Diane? I hope not. Those are the ones that come to my mind off the calendar. Oh, next we have Lotman Carpenter Construction. You know, we talked about that Glenn Barrett guy and the fact that it's just best to hide and put down electrical things like a microphone when he's around. Well, I hate to tell you, but Lotman Carpenter Construction's another group you just don't want to get their attention and become a target. So let's see what they're up to this evening. Oh no, oh no, we have President's Day. Oh, we should have known. Oh no, we have Bill and Hillary, and it's the chainsaw. Oh my gosh. President's Day, typically honored, does not involve chainsaws, but you know, at times they haven't changed, and you know, the presidents are just a little different than they used to be. So, you know, remember the current holiday. Oh boy, the bushes are white. Oh my gosh. Oh, a little trouble in the Bush household there. Oh my gosh, yeah, winner. Took her down, yeah, all right, she's okay though. We're glad. And then we are reminded again of the oh-so-favorite holiday when many of us become Irish, whether we really are or not, St. Patrick's Day. You know what? I thought leprechauns were a little smaller than that. Maybe they're on vitamins, you think? Very healthy leprechauns there. We have Sean Lotman driving the parade float through for the family. All right, here we're making a few little foods there. We've got our beer, we have our pots of gold. All right, so we have like some overgrown leprechauns. Sorry, that was the wrong holiday. That was Talk Like a Pirate. I should have said, what is it you say for Irish? Oh, I'm not even gonna try that one. I'm letting that one go. Now we're welcoming our next dignitary to the parade. It is Miss Nebraska, who is sponsored also by Lotman Carpenter Construction this evening. We are delighted to have her here this evening. I had the opportunity to hear Miss Nebraska perform in Fairbury this spring. It was delightful. Gretchen Berquist was crowned our Miss Nebraska 2008 in North Platte on June the 8th. And Gretchen is the 23-year-old daughter of Bob and Martha Berquist of Oxford, Nebraska. So I tell you what, Gretchen is our new Miss Nebraska, and I have not had the opportunity to meet her yet. Gretchen's platform is the Giving Habitat, which focuses on blood donation, and Gretchen will represent all of us Nebraskans at the Miss America pageant in Las Vegas on January the 24th. So best of luck to you, Gretchen. Sponsored by City Hair Care and Anderson Model. We're thinking about Mardi Gras. All right, let's have some fun. Mardi Gras is all about lots of music and lots of fun. And there on the float this evening we have Carson Abling and Karina Lotman. Shelly Lotman's on there. Wanda Franklin and Cindy Lotman. And we've got music by Dave Anderson. We're having a Mardi Gras party. Mark it on your calendar. Did you notice we didn't necessarily put this parade in chronological order? We're jumping all over the place. Oh no, it's a cow. It's a cow. Oh, and there's Shelly Lotman who is on that float. That's Shelly. Okay, she belongs on that float. You notice they're slowing down for you, Shelly. Don't you so appreciate that? Yeah, run, Shelly, run. Speaking of running, what is going on here? Oh my word. I think the gate has gotten open at CNC Food Mart. Oh my word. The animals are loose, and I don't mean Chad. No, I think the real furry animals are loose. Every day is a holiday when you bring your meat. Oh, I don't even want to ask. Oh, I didn't see the rest of this. Oh, that's much better. You should write faster. Eat more chicken. Eat more chicken. You don't need to worry. I'm eating more corn. Get that cow out of here. Get that cow out of here. Eat more chicken, and then the chickens are all gone. Eat more cows. Get in there, cow. Get in there. These are better cows than I have at my house. My gosh. So every day's a holiday when you bring your meat to CNC Food Processing. These are the folks who make the Polish dogs and the hot dogs that you'll get around town here. They make great products. They also have an e-commerce business. You can buy things online and have them shipped all over the country. Oh my word, it's a trick cow riding a bicycle. Chris, your cow's getting away. Oh my word. Hey, you wanna make a buck? Let's capture that cow and sell him to the circus. Yeah, don't get your tail caught in the wheel. That's just bad. It would be traumatic. We mentioned to you guys that it is an election year, and the Democrats of Jefferson County are here reminding us of Independence Day, and they do remind you to vote Democrat when you have the chance in November. Remember, change is needed, they ask us in Washington, so they ask you to vote for Clef and Obama and to support Bannon Yost for County Commissioner. So, or Marvin, I can't read. There, I need to just look at the truck and just read that and not read the paper. And you know what is scary? I am a school teacher. I teach reading. I really try to do much better at school. Now, who is this coming down this evening? We have holidays galore brought to us by the Corner Bar of Odell. My word! They're all there. Look at those holidays. Every day is a holiday at the Corner Bar in Odell. We've got Bert and Joyce Mingy who brought their tractor, and we've got Monica Ross, owner of the business. Thanks, Monica, throwing out those ever popular July candy canes. Oh, we have Father Time, we have Easter Valentine. Oh, and the fellow over there on the other side didn't do very well. Oh my gosh, we have 4th of July there, St. Patrick's Day, oh, and the Happy New Year's baby. They have them all covered at the corner bar. So they say, thanks for stopping in, and we're glad that you came by this evening. Again, those great neighbors to the east. Oh my word, I told you we were gonna be talking about Christmas. But I hate to tell y'all folks that Santa's taking a holiday. Oh kids, he's here tonight. He's checking his list. He's checking it twice. But he's doing it underneath his umbrella at the beach. Santa takes a holiday. It's July and Santa needs a holiday. Tropical is great and Diller, USA is better. Santa's helpers are Shannon Rolfs, Danielle Rolfs, who are handing out Freezy Pops. Oh no, Brad and Megan and Danny are handing out the Freezy Pops. You guys are doing the real work, man. Well, we have Shannon on her surfboard. And this whole lot of fun is brought to us by Rolf's Transfer of Diller, Nebraska. Any luck catching a wave, Shannon? Not much luck. She just gives in. She says, I ain't even gonna try. We're happy this evening to have the next entry from Can Equip of Marysville, Kansas. Steer your career with Can Equip. With 7 stores that are located in Kansas, Can Equip promotes agri-services as being an exciting professional job using cutting-edge technology. Very true. Such as GPS guidance systems, electronics and field service, and CNH products. Can Equip designed this career recruiting vehicle to fulfill the dealership's needs of finding young, dedicated, and qualified individuals to join their dealership. Can Equip of Marysville, Kansas can equip you with all your farm equipment needs. They offer sales and service of New Holland, AGCO, Bobcat, along with Arctic Cat ATVs and utility vehicles, steel saws and trimmers, and many other short lines. So, not only the opportunity to stop by, but a career as well. You know what? We have many special things that happen within our community and our school during the course of the year. And represented here this evening are several young ladies who represented the school, Diller Odell, quite well this last January. These 3 young ladies were members of the Capital One Bowl performers on January 1st. The Capital One Bowl performers were in Orlando, Florida. They are Courtney Meyer, Naomi McMurray, and Jill Hatzenbuehler. And they were members of the 2007-2008 Griffin Cheerleader Squad. Their sponsor, Sue Meyer, is driving them through the parade, and we want to congratulate you young ladies on earning such a prestigious honor and opportunity. Congratulations, we're proud of you. Next, we have D&K Ag Equip. D&J, sorry. See, again, I just don't read the paper, just read the sign. D&J Ag Products, Nature's Alpine Solutions. And that's brought to us today by Dennis and Jeanette Henneberg, who are delighted to share their most precious gifts, their family, including their 2 sons, their daughter-in-laws, and some wonderful Henneberg grandchildren. And so we are delighted to have all of you here this evening. We've got Jairus and Vicki, Jamie and Kristen, Kira, Preston and Taylor. You know, Grandpa wrote this pretty quick. And Grandpa does some things really well, but his handwriting could use a little cleaning. All right. Next, we have several entries from the Mid-State Mud Dragsters. Casey Snyder and Brandon Newby are bringing these entries to us. Yesterday, from about 11 o'clock till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we had folks down playing in the mud, and it looks like these might have been some of the entries. I'm looking them over and hear that not only did we have trucks yesterday, but we also had some snowmobiles. We have an annual mud drag competition every year during the Diller Picnic, and we encourage you, if you enjoy that kind of loud, messy fun, and it is fun, you might want to check it out and be sure to attend next year. We've got Brandon and Lance Newby in the first, and their friend bringing his through in the second. I tell you what, the pickup you've got's looking pretty shiny. What? It rained last night, yeah. I was gonna say, even the one you went through the mud drags with doesn't look all that bad compared to what I drove in tonight. So, you know, either you go so fast the mud doesn't stick, or you got a great wax job on there. It just came off. I need to know who detailed your vehicles. Oh, he's right there. The Soaring Eagles 4-H Club, who is sponsored by Carol Clark, is our next entry. Now, these young folks are going to be participating next week, many of them, in the Jefferson County Fair. In spite of all of the work they're needing to do to get ready for that competition, they came to join us tonight and share the 4th of July with all of you as we enjoy Holiday on Parade. Okay, now I did not know exotic animals were a project in 4-H. It just started this year. My gosh, Isaiah, is that your gorilla? You don't show gorillas? Oh my. All right. Hannah, are you the one that shows the gorillas? No. Marquise? Haley? No? Well, I tell you what, let us know when the gorilla show is at the Jefferson County Fair and we'll come over and watch. We're reminded that the 4 H's of 4-H are head, heart, hands, and health. The horse and buggy coming up next is Dee Sweat of Steel City, Nebraska. And I have to say that we are somewhat neighbors to Dee and his family, and it's a delight on occasion to come around Steel City area and see Dee out with his animals, with his team going through. Speaking of groups we are proud of in Diller Odell, we are pleased to have the FFA here with us. FFA is as fun as every holiday. The FFA members are wearing shirts with all kinds of different holidays on them today. Many of these young people are going to be participating again in the Jefferson and Gage County Fairs. Speaking of fairs, I understand that we have an experienced and a novice horseman here with us tonight. We are pleased to welcome Jordan Broad, who is riding through her first parade ever tonight. She's doing an awesome job, and she is being accompanied by a very experienced and well-honored rider, Hayden Hemphill. And I'm sure as you are at the different fairs, you will see both of these young ladies competing. All right, guys, our next entry is a barbecue and birthday party. Always a special holiday in every household. And you know what? It really is somebody's birthday. So you know what we're gonna do? Everybody in the crowd is invited to sing happy birthday to Michael Cromie. Stand up and wave, Michael. There he is. Now I will tell you that Michael, speaking of veterans, Michael served several times in Iraq, is now back living in the Endicott area. So everybody on the count of 3, we're singing happy birthday to Michael. Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3. Diller Picnic. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we close the 112th edition of our parade. Remember that Miss Nebraska is going to be performing, and her venue has changed a bit. She will be singing immediately after the parade down in the park on the grandstand. And now we would like to welcome the Condors to perform for you here at this time in front of the announcer's stand. So, welcome again. We're delighted you came. We pray that this year will treat you well, find you back here again safe. I want to remind you that the Homestead Harmonizers are going to be performing in the park about 8:30. You've got time to listen to music. You've got time to eat food. Take time and have fun. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.